Oh.
Hey guys, it's Richard here from the Ultimate Man Summit, your host today on the Daily Mind Fuel. And today I have a special guest, someone who I've been following on for a pretty long time now, and I'm excited with what she does because she has a huge gift, right? A huge gift to actually help parents manage their kids and their technology. So Ruth, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Good to be here.
Yeah, thank you, Ruth, and it's an absolute honor to have you on this show here, right? Because this, and for the people that aren't parents yet, if you're like me, I think about this all the time. Like, oh my God, I'm not going to let my kid on the iPad. I'm not going to let them on the iPhone. I'm not going to give them all of these. And because I see my nephews, my nieces, they're all over that, right? And so, Ruth, the question I have for you is like, the big question: how do we actually keep kids in line, and what do we need to do, right? What are the things that we need to do to keep them in line with the technology so they don't get obsessed with it?
Yeah, there's so much to take into consideration here, and honestly, I could speak for hours, but we only have a few minutes. I think that the thing to understand is that our kids are going to be consumed with technology whether we want them to be or not. That's the way it is. So rather than burying our heads in the sand and getting overwhelmed, it's so easy to get overwhelmed by it and going, look, I don't know what to do, I'll just hope for the best.
Yeah.
We really need to take a bit of control, and it's about learning and understanding how technology works and how it can affect our kids and how we can get that balance with them. So I think it's one of the key things, I believe, is it's about doing what works for you. It's about figuring out what works for you and your family. And I know that a lot of people before they become parents think, well, that's it, I'm never going to let them, no TV in the mornings, or I'm not going to let them do this, I'm not going to do that. I think when it comes to it, it's about figuring out what works for you and your family and managing how they spend their time. And every kid is different. Some children can handle more than others. So if you have a child who is on playing a game for half an hour and then you ask them to take it off and they're throwing tantrums and all sorts of stuff, then obviously they can't handle that. But another child can be doing something for an hour and they're perfectly fine. Ask them to take it off, they get off, it's peaceful and there's no problem at all. So it's really about understanding your child, and it's more about what they're doing than how long they're doing it for.
Interesting. I like that point that you raised. It's what your child is doing on the iPad compared to how long they actually spend on it. Like if they're actually playing something educational, then that would help them, right?
I mean, when you think about that, and I know my children sometimes, they'll play cool math games and they'll be on there for an hour. But they're having fun, they're learning things, what's the problem? There's really not a problem. Whereas I really would rather them do that than spend 5 minutes watching some highly inappropriate video that they can quite easily find on YouTube. So.
And I love that you said that we have to accept the fact that our kids are going to be on technology. It's regardless, right? We try and keep them away from it, then it'll just make them want it more and rebel, basically, right?
Exactly.
And so then one last question here, Ruth, and this one popped into my head is, I see my brothers, my sisters, right? They're like, you can't be on the iPad, but then they're on the iPad all the whole time, right? How much of a big role does parents have to play in managing their own experience on the technologies?
Huge. Such a good question. It's huge. It is no point. Kids mimic their parents. Kids want to be like their parents, and sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes maybe it's not. It's so important to lead by example. So if you're the parent and you can't get your head out of your phone and you're constantly on the computer or playing for yourself, and you're expecting your child not to, do what I say and don't do what I do, it just doesn't work. So you might as well just bang your head against a brick wall.
Love it.
So important.
Ruth, wow, so much wisdom here, guys, right? So much wisdom, especially in today's world, right? If you're having kids, you got to watch this video. If you know parents that have kids, young kids that are all over the iPad, iPhone, send this to them. They really need to hear this. This message is so critical. And so, Ruth, if they want to learn more, right, the guys who are watching and the girls that are watching want to learn more, where should they go?
So my brand is Peaceful Digital Parenting. Google that. I should come up. I'm in the process of getting bigger online. There'll be videos. You can Google Ruth Deering.
Awesome. Thank you, Ruth. And Ruth, like I said, absolute honor to have you here. So thank you.
I forgot too, childrenandtechnology.com.
Childrenandtechnology.com. We'll add that into the notes as well below, guys. So thank you so much, Ruth. Man, I'm going to show this to my fiance, right? Because she's like, I'm going to ban our kids from this stuff. And I think this is the best, right? I'm going to come to you. You're going to see me go, Ruth, what do I do, right? Hash out that whole plan. So guys, this is so important, right, for all the parents out there. If you're going to be parents as well, it doesn't matter if you know your brothers, your sisters, your friends have kids. This is important to know. And of course, Ruth, thank you for being on the show today.
Thanks so
right?
much for having me.
Absolute honor. So guys, take this advice, go do something. And question of the day, Ruth. Every day we have a question, right? So what is the question you would like to ask our audience that they need to think about today from what we just spoke about?
Oh my goodness. I think maybe I think you just need to balance out the risk. Are you taking a risk by doing something about this, or are you taking a risk by not doing anything about it?
Okay, so the question is, are you going to do something about your kids with technology, or are you just going to turn a blind eye and just turn around and not look at it? Right, that's the question. And send in your responses in the comments or via email as well. As always, guys, today's the end of the show, so I want to say thank you again to Ruth. Absolute honor. And of course, guys, go out there, go live with love, and go smash it. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks. Bye. This thing, if you want bigger results, if you want better results, if you want to be smashing in your life, if you want to be loving the life that you have, if you want to be achieving so much more and being respected for being the man that you are and stepping up and being able to say no and not cave into anyone else's demands or pressures, then you need to find a team, guys.